Hello, hello. We're back playing a little more Kenshi, and we might notice that our boy Eadred is looking a little more dripped out, and that's because we did a kind of a world tour in between episodes, running around all the United Cities territory up here, going as far as to go around the Eye, and I visited Brink and Black Scratch. Didn't really get much at either of those places. And we visited Dome Town, not much there really either. And while debating which way to take to go into kind of the western side of the map where Holy Nation territory is, for more thieving, decided to see how easy it would be to get to World's End, and it was incredibly easy, so we ended up here. Now, we did get now a high grade wolf headgear, high grade dust coat, specialist grade samurai cloth pants Mark II, and a standard grade dark leather turtleneck. And we're now rocking this firm straight edge cutlass. That'll be quite good for the kind of enemies we're going to be fighting when we decide to start training up our combat skills. I already kind of went around. There's not much more we can really buy here with the money that we've got. So, we're gonna continue on, and we're gonna head straight down through the arm of Okran here into the valley. And then I think we'll probably first head down to past Blister Hill and all that to like Stack or Bad Teeth to do some thievery, so we can always go and sell that stuff in Rub-a-Dub-Dub going to the hub. Make us some good money. Because I'm going to want to make enough money that we can train for a long period of time and possibly even train up a recruiter few, or a few rather, and get us ready to start expanding our horizons beyond just burglary, put it that way. Banditing from bandits and non-bandits. Selling selling random travelers into indentured servitude for fun and profit. All sorts of nefarious smuggling narcotics, just fun little activities. There's so much crime to do. So much money to make. And there we go. Now entering Okran's Pride, where I will likely end up spending an innumerate amount of time farming river raptors to level up melee skills and, get leathers in the process. Oh, the glitch bridge got me. The glitch bridge got me yet again. Lovely Okran's Pride. What a beautiful area. Too bad it's full of people who can't embrace the future. 'Cause, I mean, for those of you who are not aware, this is the River Raptor. Now, if I just tried to stand toe-to-toe with these guys and fight them right now, I'd be in for a world of hurt. But when I do this, they're great for farming our skills. Particularly melee attack, which, yeah, that already got us up to 6. We were at 5. But it is a laborious process to farm these guys, especially when you don't have the defense skills yet. Oh, you thought you had me. Trick is to try and keep them one in front of the other so you don't get third-partied by a random one. Oh, I don't like the looks of that. Get them more in front of each other. There we go. And you lather, rinse, repeat this process enough, you'll drop one. At which point, you can kind of kite them away from their friend a little bit. And then run in there and skin him alive. Run in there and just skin him. How we doing now? We're already up to 9 melee attacks. See how fortuitous this is? And of course, we'll probably use hungry bandits and the such more for actual melee defense training, but this gives us a good head start. Oh, we did take a hit there, but that's fine. Tis just a flesh wound and some free toughness XP. Oh, there we go. We're hitting like 3-4 of them at a time now. If you just want to line up nice and perfect like that, we're going to take the opportunity. Now, I know, what's so criminal about just damaging the ecosystem for fun and profit, alright? Well, I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a good way to train in relative safety. If you can micro. If you can micro, keyword. See, there we go. They're starting to drop now. They're succumbing to their grievous wounds. Now, of course, as we get stronger, they will give us less XP. But that's okay. Just make sure that we've already looted those ones so that they stay down. They usually don't get back up once you skin them. But that's already got our melee attack up to 12. Our dexterity up to 9. That's also an important one, is getting that dexterity up through melee combat with weapons. There we go. Dropped another one. Dropped another one. You get this down to a science. Woo! Ain't so easy to hit me. Alright, now it's just a 1v1. So we'll let him bully us a little bit for the XP, huh? If we block the one when we're just absolutely recoiling, but okay. I'm surprised we blocked that many, honestly. Let's go ahead and make sure we loot all of our winnings here. That will be a fair little chunk of change. Excellent. Now let's patch that leg up. And keep heading down towards Stack. Now with a load of goods to sell that we're only somewhat amorally obtained. But alas, you can't be doing crime 24/7. Alas, it is impossible to be committing a felony every breath. There we go. It's just a short run parallel to the river here. Down this road. To stack. And then we'll be training a lot here in Okrins Gulf, the border zone. Might even go, when we're a little stronger, we might even go on a few little expeditions to the Fog Islands for kicks and giggles. Seem to do that a little bit no matter what the theme of the playthrough. But that's okay. It's part of the game, man. Alright. Let's go sell off those skins and everything at the bar. I could use the money at this point, and it's going to be a while before we are going to be setting up like leather production. Right now, I'd rather top off my purse and start kind of scouting things out here a little bit. I mean, obviously I'm going to check the shopping here, too. Well, of course, check out the shopping. Really, it doesn't seem like much good at the armor shop. So let's try the clothing store. I am on the lookout for some footwear that possibly, you know, that could give us some actual foot protection without hurting our stealth too much. I mean, we could eventually just go over to leather combat boots that only does 0.8 stealth effect, but I know there's some others. Wow, lots of thieves' backpacks here in Holy Nation territory. Not sure if there's some social commentary in that. I'll take those boots. I will take those boots. Just a straight upgrade. Alright. Good. It's just a little bit of money spent. There is no weapons shop here, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly, it's been a while, but there is a mechanical shop here that is, if I remember correctly, is very, very easy to steal from. So, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to rent a bed at this bar right here to recover a little bit from our grievous leg wounds, or leg wound and arm wound, and wait for the shops to close. So we'll be back when we're ready to start stealing. Alright, we are all rested and healed up. Now we wait the 40 minutes or so for the shops to actually close and for the guards to piss off, and then we're breaking into that mechanical shop. Okay, good. He's going away. This will be a very easy lock for us to pick. We're in. Some chainmail sheets. Books. Spring steel. More books. Some electronic supersonic. Some armor plates. Some more armor plates. Spring steel. Books. Very expensive books. Good. Now... grab a couple steel bars. And that's a full night's job of stealing, boys. In one stop. So now we just gotta nonchalantly get out of town and head to the hub. And we are quite encumbered, so we'll get some good strength XP along the way. And they don't suspect a thing. They don't suspect a dang old thing. And look at that, we are gaining strength XP quite quickly now. We'll probably at least be to 26 or 27 strength by the time we get to, Rub-a-dub-dub, the hub. Oh yeah, definitely level 26 strength, but we'll see if we manage to get a whole nother level in there. If we don't, it'll be well on the way to the next strength level. There's some bandits out here, because of course this is dust bandit country. We can probably sell off at least a good portion of our winnings here at this bar. So let's go ahead and sell off all this. And what a haul. From what we had about 7,000 cats to 35, almost 36,000 cats in one trip. How excellent. How excellent. I think Eadred's earned a food cube. Congratulations, you've earned a little bit of luxury. Now, I don't think we've got time to run all the way back to Stack and do another heist before shops open back up. So we might as well explore the hub a bit. Obviously, it's the hub. There ain't much here. The shinobi thieves and the bar are the only things that survive in this town. But you never know. Sometimes we can grab a decent recruit or something here. And we can also, of course, see what the other merchant here has, which is not really anything I care about at the moment. So let's see if our shinobi thieves brethren have anything cool for us, because they sometimes have something cool. Let's see. Ridiculously large thieves backpack. Well, now I'm just curious. Well, you know, the stats are the same, so we're gonna go with the one that calls itself ridiculous. Ridiculously large. Alright. But nothing else that really tickles the fancy, as it were. So, I think now we could go out on a little micro adventure to see if we could possibly practice our skills on that bandit camp just a little bit. Got enough food and money, I don't need to worry about that stuff too much for a while. The sun's already coming up. So I don't know if we're going to be able to practice our assassino. But it would be really fun too. 50-50 shot. Got him. And now we skedaddle skadoodle before they're any the wiser. Okay, wow, that actually worked. And got us up to 17 assassino. Can we repeat? We can. Apparently, it said failed, but we got it anyways. But now they are very, very upset with me. I wonder why. I wonder why. But, you know, if we're smart about this, we could lead them right up to the holy rebels right there. But let's first try and okay, no, now we move. Now we go. I want to see if we could you know, train for just a little bit against just the one guy, but that is not an option when he calls for all of his boys. Get up the hill. Summon the ninjas. Oh, there's another. There's another group of dust bandits. Another group of dust bandits has hit the tower. Alright, now we just gotta kite them around for a little bit. Now we just gotta do a little silly. Honestly, these ninjas should be able to handle all of them. Ha! Get bent, idiots. Man, even the barman's out here throwing hands. It's beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. Alright. Well, first, let's practice our first aid on the barman a little bit there. He needs patching up. He's our friend. And I'm probably going to use you as a training dummy more. I mean, I'm just being honest at this point. And they are just gonna chuck all these guys outside where I can loot them and then sell all their equipment to the barman. Love to see it. Well, it might take a minute for me to loot all these idiots. So once we've finished this guy off, I'll go ahead and loot all these guys and sell their stuff, and we'll see how much we have after that. But first, see how many strikes it takes to put this guy down for the count. It's finished. Alright, well, time to gather up our prize. Alright, we've sold off at least most of the equipment that these dust bandits had, and as well as patched up and grabbed this dust boss here, who has a 3006 cat bounty, and that got us up to 57,000 cats, as well as we're now up to 16 melee attack and 6 melee defense, 13 dexterity, and 5 toughness. So we're growing in strength quickly. We're going to go ahead and run past the hub and go straight to Squin with this guy to turn him in for the bounty. And then I think we'll go ahead and start heading back up towards Stack, where we can wait till nighttime and go on another materials acquisition spree. And, you know, the encumbrance from this will give us a little bit more strength XP, so we're now on 27 strength, heading up towards 28. Looks like we got more dust boys up here. We're gonna try and just bypass that. We did take some hits in the last little Donnybrook, so I've got no intention of injuring ourselves further. Let's just turn in this guy's bounty and get out of here, head back to the hub. Or, I mean, if we really wanted to be silly, we could just aggro all these guys and lead them right here to the gates of Squid. Oh, he shot me with a crossbow. Luckily it did nothing. We've got enough just enough armor to prevent injuries from particularly crap crossbows that a lot of these bandit factions carry. Swamp ninjas, I think sand ninjas use them as well. Dust bandits, etc., etc. When we start going up against reavers and such, we'll have to be a little more armored to be able to avoid damage from all crossbow shots, but that was some good melee defense XP there. Okay, the other guard's gonna join in, like, any day now. Thank you. Fighting 3 of them at once is a bit much. Now, one lone dust bandit, though, is just experience. Yeah, I'll go ahead and lift your gear real quick. Patch myself up. let's loot these guys now. Before they all get carted off. We loot just the most valuable stuff. Like that. And of course, all of their cash. Yeah, that's not worth it for the space. This is. Alright. Any of you idiots laying out here have bounties? Yes, you do. So I'll be taking all your money. All of your valuable armor. And we'll be taking you in for the bounty as well. Not gonna bother patching him up since it's about a 20-foot run to the, Where's the guy? Desk jockey! Oh, I gotta put him in a cell myself now? Hmm? There we go. There we go. Alright. Now I think what I'm going to do after we watch this guy get absolutely bodied is we're going to use this state of encumbrance we find ourselves in for a while to level up our strength a bit before we sell all this stuff off and start heading back. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and grind for a little bit, and I'll catch you when we're done. Alright, we trained our strength for quite a while, and ran up to the hub, just sold all this stuff. Now we're at almost 72,000 cats. But we spent more time than I thought we would, so we're gonna go ahead and rest up in the hub. Shake off these injuries. And then we're going to head back up towards Stack. See if we can track ourselves down, maybe some hungry bandits or something like that, to train our melee skills on us, particularly our melee defense now. So we'll get healed up, and then I'll start tracking down a group for us to train on. Even better, I forgot that the Stuss Bandit camp is just right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and train a little assassino on these guys again, and then when they inevitably get alerted to my nefarious activities, we'll lead them back to the ninja bar there, right outside of the hub. Beautiful. Love a good opportunity to train the old assassino. Who are you? Random drifter, alright. Thunk. Idiot. Get back where we're not seen. And bonk again. Wow, this guy Went right back to where he was, huh? Get a chain bonk. Triple chain bonk. We really gonna successfully knock out this entire camp? There we go. Now you're awake. Now you want to fight. Assassino. Yes. Yes. Come right this way, gentlemen. Right this way, right this way. It's alright, there's enough of me for all of you. Am I going the wrong way? I am going the right way, alright. I'm just an idiot. I am just a damnable fool. Ah, yes, I am definitely not leading you fine gentlemen into a trap. No, 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 that would be unsporting-like. Oh, more have decided to join the party. Well, the more is the merrier. Or something, some such. Here come the ninjas. Now, I don't want to take too many hits here, so we got to be nice and careful. Nice and careful. Ooh, this guy's a boss. A dust boss. Let's heal ourselves up first. And we'll start patching this guy up so he doesn't bleed out, just in case, because I figure... Nope, he doesn't have a bounty. Leave him be. Not worth the medkits then. 1,200 on 1,300. I'm not sure that's worth running all the way back to Squin for. But, you know, we'll loot the most valuable stuff off of him anyways. Especially since we can sell this stuff right here. There we go. Chut-ching. There we go. Now up to 79,000. But we do need to heal up again. So I think we'll spend some time resting here, healing up, and then hopefully we're ready to go in not too long, so we can get down to, well, it's early morning, so it'll be a while before we can pull that next heist off, but we'll spend some time healing up and then we'll judge how much time we've got. Alright, well, it's not been long and we're already pretty much fully healed up, and I see opportunity on the horizon. Opportunity for some training. Hungry bandits. This guy should be easy pickings. Yeah, we'll see about that. They can't do much damage to me in one swing, and we are blocking some decent amount here, so... If it gets too spicy, we'll retreat a bit, but... We can also do a little bit of that when they start surrounding us. Crowd control, crowd control. Oof. Well, they're gonna steal my food. But that's alright, we got our melee defense up to 11 and our toughness up to 10. Well, so much for eating that food cube you bought yourself as a reward there, buddy. But that was a good little bit of training, especially on melee defense. We need to get that up to par with your melee attack skill. So we'll go ahead and replenish our food stock here. And you got any some basic first aid kits? Yes. Go ahead and get all that. And now we'll rest again. And then by the time we're all healed up, it should be a little closer to the time that we need to head back towards Stack, huh? Alright, we're all healed up. I think time for no more distractions. Let's get one more heist in for today, huh? To Stack. Away! Luckily it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, but then we're gonna have to wait for the shops to close again. But I think one more big payday, and then we'll likely, be done for this episode after that. However, I think in the in-between I'll probably do a couple runs back and forth just to make some money so that next time we can be starting on the next phase of our master plan. Recruiting some members for our little gang, and then maybe acquiring some properties in different towns to use as hideouts to store our ill-gotten gains and to, you know, do a little bit of research and also, you know, maybe do a little bit of training up of new recruits. But first, we gotta wait for nightfall. Alright, nighttime has come. The shops have locked up, and there's no guards in front. Let's get in there. Of course, we will always take chainmail sheets. They are expensive. We take books and armor plates. They are also quite expensive. Spring steel, very good money for the amount of space. Okay, we almost alerted the guy there. Very carefully now. Very carefully, very quiet. It just makes me feel better to do it like this. No, it's not gonna make a difference, but it makes me feel better, alright? Same chance here. Let's take all those books. I want to see what's in the safe. And not, totally not just to grind up our lockpicking skill. We'll take, we'll take those cats. It's just free money. It's just free money. Let's grab these steel bars then. Same thing from these barrels. We'll get the armor plates and the books. And let's get out of here. We are very encumbered. But it shouldn't be too bad of a run back to the ninja bar, as I'm calling it. We are at 30 strength from all the running around we've been doing. We can barely outrun a bone dog at this encumbrance. Oof. Okay, we are still outrunning it. Good. Alright, I was gonna say. But unless something does actually catch up to us, we'll catch you once we get to the ninja bar. Alright, that was quite a run back, and I couldn't resist then. I took the opportunity to run around this bar a bunch of times once we got here to get our strength up to 32. Now we'll sell all this off and see how much we end up with. Because once we've started recruiting some people and training up our little gang, we're going to be using all the books we steal for research. And there we go. That gets us over 100,000. There's your food. You get a new food cube reward. Alright. You've earned it, buddy. After buying a food cube, 102,000 cats. Excellent. Excellent. But I think that's enough for today. We'll leave old Eadred to rest for a bit. But for now, thank you all for coming out. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.